up. Listen, like I said, no drama tonight. We're going to have a bunch of fun. No fuckery. No dumb shit.
Yo, yo! Trailer Park Productions. She's only 5'2", hell-bound El Chupacabra in a wife beater. Woo, woo! Capri Sun. And she's gonna hit on like a home run, like a home run. It's easy. Pay attention, ice cold, mean girls, top G. Now repeat after me. Repeat it after me. Traitors. 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 She got them files, yo. All the information. Holes on the floor, super soldier skip tracing. They ain't no holding back. It's burning down. 1900%. Ain't no stopping now. Traitors. 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 Yo, 1900% in the 2023. TRAITORS, baby. And I'm out.
I do want to end my speech with, at least I'm not addicted to meth.
There goes the neighborhood.
Hold on. If it's a lie, then you would be successful in court in your ex parte order to get him to
No, he
remove
lives
his video.
3,000 miles away.
Correct?
He lives 3,000 miles away. They don't give you ex partes for that. He has to be put in jail, which is exactly what's going to happen tomorrow.
Okay, then handle that. Why are you fucking with me?
Because you're on here lying again, calling me a predator.
Hold on. If there's no junction, hold on. If there's no ex parte order against Dank Williams, right? There's no. So I'm supposed to now take your word when I'm playing your words? Wait, what?
Listen, how many times have you already been told that they came and checked my electronics?
Betty,
but by
I'm
Dank
sorry.
Williams, they didn't come check my electronics.
Prove it.
I gave him the account, the numbers. He's got them.
Okay, so why aren't you successful in court against Dank Williams?
I haven't took him to court. It's 10,000.
Well, I'm glad I was muted. I was fucking screaming. Oh, geez. What's up, everybody? I appreciate you all for being here today. Listen, and this is in no way to throw shade at Lulu. I'll find her Cash App here in a minute. I put it in her comments. But here's the fucking deal. Me, my mom, we were accused of being the mean girl snitch, okay? The mean girl snitch. Snitches get fucking stitches. I ain't snitched about one fucking thing. I ain't a punk. But I got accused of it. But then I get wind that there's going to be some snitching going on. Now, that shit irritates me. I still refuse to let these lies continue to persist about traitors, okay? I care about my reputation in the way that I would never divulge personal info on my friends, because that's bullshit, private information, pictures, whatever. I would do it publicly. On my own platform. But they accuse me of that. So, today I want to know who the snitches are. Also, I happen to hear a little bit of fucking rabbits, and this is no shade towards Lulu. We don't have issues. But fucking weirdo. Okay? I don't want the drama. And I'll get y'all modded in a minute. I don't want that drama. Also me, totally wants the drama. I'm going to have that Mean Girls on panel because we've got a lot of questions for you. Rabbit, listen. I get that you've got some ADHD or something, but no one understands you. Okay? You talk in the worst circles. You make me feel drunk when I listen to you talk, the way you talk in fucking circles. It's so fucking annoying. It's so fucking annoying. You're crying. Listen, you were not personally affected by the Mean Girls. If you want to know what happened, Rabbit and Anissa wanted us on panel, all this Mean Girls, you know, she asked us to go on, what's up everybody coming in? I see you. I appreciate you. Anissa wanted us to come over to her channel, or Southern Girls sent all the Mean Girls over to Anissa's channel one night. And Anissa's like, yeah, y'all can come hang out. She wanted peace. She wanted everything to go copacetic or whatever. Sorry. Anyway, the rest is history. Me and Anissa became friends. That's her and Constance fell out. Then Rabbit and Anissa were still cool with us Mean Girls. Then one day, White Rabbit woke up, lied to everybody, and said, yeah, we're good. And then went fucking live and was like, she said it without saying it. You know that passive aggressive bullshit she does? She won't put people's I can't stand that shit. I can't stand that shit. When somebody refuses to say someone's name. Spit it out, bitch. So I have a feeling we're going to get a lot of that dumb shit today. Because, you know, she doesn't want to make waves, even though she lied to my fucking face. Rabbit started all this shit and then wants to cry victim again. What's up, everybody? I appreciate you all being here. I fucking see you. Okay, let's play a little bit of this. Let me first drop her channel. This is Lulu. She just started streaming. Again, no shade towards Lulu. We're not really hating on nobody today. I might hate on whatever Mean Girl decides to come up here. That might happen. But really no issues with White Rabbit. She's too dumb to fight with. I feel like I've beaten on a retard kid or something, and it's just not a fair fight. So I don't fuck with Rabbit. I don't really have an issue with Dazed. They are where they are for a reason in my life. They're just not my type of people. But it is what it is. I literally cannot fight with Rabbit. She really thought I was being mean that day I was on her panel. Bitch, you ain't seen shit. That's why I've never fucked with you, Rabbit. Look at how you're still crying a year later over nothing. If I was mean to her, if I was fucking mean to her, she'd probably delete her channel again. So, you know. Yeah, thanks, Sally. And that's the issue I have with Rabbit, is she tells you one thing, but then her actions and everything are the opposite. And that's just not a person I want to be around. Listen, people don't have to like everything I say and do, right? No, there's no rules about that. But goddamn, like, have some self-respect. This is the fucking internet. And if you can't say how you feel, you're fake as fuck. Because do you know how easy it would be to drop my channel, start up a new one somewhere else in a different community? It would be so fucking easy. So if you can't say who the fuck you are and say how the fuck you feel right in the beginning, you're fake. I mean, it's not like we're dealing with coworkers. Facts, vent room. You do drive the short boat. What's up, everybody coming in? I appreciate you. Sorry, I'm rambling. I didn't say hi to all of you individually. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. But let me give you a free piece of advice. It is the best policy, okay, to be honest all the time. If you don't like someone or click with someone, just be honest about it. It's better to maybe hurt them in the beginning and just be like, yeah, I don't know, you know, you're cool, but, you know, then pretend to be their friends, and then years down the road, all these weird, deep-seated things come out. And don't get me fucking started on Frankie Hopkins or Frankie H. The fake news. Fucking even Tim Maple was a true victim of Frankie, okay? I was a victim of Frankie. You want to talk about victims? I'm a victim. I demand to have equal opportunity victimhood, damn it. Frankie Hopkins went to Nicolina and said that Anissa was setting me up, that she was just, I don't remember how it went. That she was just pretending to like me, to destroy the mean girl. It was something like that. I'm not fucking kidding. This really fucking happened. It was insane. So these are the people we're dealing with, and they can stay the fuck over there. And listen, I love everyone as I can, you know. I mean, Frankie can stay the fuck over there. And I don't like Frizz Frank. Everybody's welcome everywhere. Like I said, I don't even have a problem with White Rabbit. I just think she's dumber than fucking box of rocks. You know what I mean? It would be like fighting it would be like, never mind. I'm not gonna be nice. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm totally not trying to be mean.
All right. Welcome. Happy Saturday,
Lulu
everybody.
Butterfly 9.
This is my first official live show. I've done walk and talks, but this is like my first ever live with a pretty intro and everything. So I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. And I want to thank Rabbit and Dazed because they have been helping me along the way. And I'm going to say hello to a few of y'all in the chat first before we get going. Jackie Blue, copy that. Step in. Let's see who else. Allison, welcome. Let's see. Shazzy, Grinch, Kentucky, Fizz Crank, Southern Girl. Hey, girl. Constant Sue, hello. 420 Moon, Miss Sandy, Frankie, Sarah. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. Rosie, hello. Let's see. I'm going backward. All right. So, okay. We're here. And this version or this episode of Jawbreaker, we wanted to talk about a few things that have kind of become like a I don't know, like a phenomenon in this community, something that just kind of took over and it affected everybody. Even if you weren't directly affected, you were affected in some way. Am I right?
We were a victim of the mean girl.
And later on, we're going to have a guest come up. I'm hoping she can come up. She wasn't feeling good earlier. So I'm hoping she can make it. If not, that's okay. Just to kind of ask her a few questions, because I know that y'all have some questions.
I should have went on their panel and been like, traitors victimized me. She was the meanest of the mean girl. Who was I mean, really? You got shit talked on you? Really? I mean, fuck. Let it go, people. This is what I'm so irritated with this shit. Let it go, you big fucking pussy.
And I know I do. Because I was never, I was always an outsider. I was in the bleachers watching what was going on. And so it's kind of interesting, kind of cool to find out from someone who was inside that group about, how they felt being in it and when things changed for them. And I don't know. And I'm not going to have anyone, I'm not going to, single out anybody. That's not what I want from this. What I want from this is for us to kind of realize, even though I know I've heard the origin story where Rap was the one who named this group of women Mean Girls, and then it kind of took on a life of its own.
Thank you so much, Faith, and happy Easter to you. I appreciate you. I'll see you soon. Thank you again, Faith. I really do appreciate you.
But my whole point of this is I just want everyone to realize, no matter what group you're in or what name you call yourself, our actions, are we getting anything positive out of it? Did it change your life? Did you get a bigger house? Or did you get more money in the bank by, what you were affiliated with or associated with? I just kind of want to set that stage for this. And hang on a second. My daughter's not nudging my shoulder. I'm going to mute out for a second.
Okay, if I don't have you modded, type in the chat for me and I'll get you modded.
Second. Rabbit Days, will y'all take over for a minute?
Sure.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Rabbit.
absolutely.
Okay.
I think the main goal, as I see it anyway, I think is because although there weren't, how do I put this? Even though there are people that absolutely would say, I was never affected by any of this, none of this means
I was never affected by any of it. So
anything to me, it did change the entire community in some form
It
or
sure did.
fashion. And I think it set the tone for the way a lot of people approach other people.
what community? Hold. Okay. Fuck this. What community? Rabbit, you're not. When the fuck did Rabbit and us, Mean Girls, become a community that was ever together? Right? Doesn't she like fucking Timu or some shit? She had one claim to fame interviewing Ernie's show. Other than that, how the fuck is she in our community? She put herself. And now you want to cry victim. Oh my God, I wish I would have victimized you, Rabbit.
When they're at odds with each other or there's some kind of disagreement, it set a really low bar, unfortunately. And I think coming out of that, and I think people are coming out of it, obviously they are. So I think it's a good thing. But I think some good things could come from it. So we'll see. Take it away, Dave.
Oh no, I don't have anything to add. You said everything I did. I think that it would be interesting. I mean, I'm curious.
Oh.
You can't say that. I mean, we're all curious, right?
Hey, Ash, good to see you. Thank you for being a member for 3 months. I'm sorry you have a headache. I hope you start to feel better. For real, Sally? I'm a victim of Ash. I'm a victim of Ash. And I'm a victim of Anissa. Did you guys see the poll? What Anissa said she was innocent. And she said, I'm more innocent than you. And I was like, I've never been innocent a day in my life. Okay. She said, I want to know what's up, pecan pie? Good to see you. What's up, sweet and salty? Always good to see you. Happy Easter, everybody. Yeah, so Nissa said, put a poll. I want to see. I said, you're going to get trolled. She sure the fuck did. I ain't never been innocent a day in my life. Yes, JP Plus the victim of Uncle Larry. Sally said I could for real start, but I'm gonna save it till you're open shit or whatever. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm a victim of Rabbit. People, I'm gonna cry for the next 2 years. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I appreciate you. Thank you for being a member for 9 months, lady. I'm a victim of Sarah the Artsy Ninja too. She victimized.
We're curious by nature. But yeah, you said exactly what I was going to. I don't think that there is anybody in this community that don't know the name.
I don't. Tell it.
The moniker that they went by.
The mean girl.
And
And I'm gonna put her on the spot. D-Boss, I don't know if you want to come up and have us ask you a couple questions. I don't know if you have the time, but that would be great if you could.
Opposition is a victim of.
And also a good thing to add is that, this is not, like I said before, this is not some kind of witch hunt. Any questions that would be asked are not to put anybody in a bizarre position. It's easy just to say, no, I'm going to pass on that question, etc. Nothing too hard. But I think there's
Nothing
just general, nothing invasive. Agree with that.
Oh yeah.
I think a lot of people just don't understand how, whether it started out as a group that was hell bent on taking this person down, that person down, or whatever the case was, or did it really just start out as a bunch of friends who just got together and then somewhere it went wrong, right?
Let's be real. Even Easy caught on to this one, okay? And let me drop Lulu's channel again. Again, this is no shade to Lulu. Good for her hosting a panel. You know what I mean? Good for her. She's going live. No shade to Lulu. Dazed, whatever. Rabbit, dumbass. But, again, no shade to any of these three. But the fact that Rabbit still feels like a victim, come on. She's the one that told Anissa, oh yeah, everything's fine, everything's great. So when Rabbit went live, and I'm like, are you sure, Anissa? Anissa said, yeah, Rabbit told me, everything's fine. And then 2 days later, Rabbit, of talking in circles, we knew it was about us. There's no way it couldn't be about us, but she refused to put names on it. Finally, Peach had enough, and it all came out. So, Rabbit, you did that shit to yourself. You could have been a woman, since you're older than my mom, I think. FYI, Rabbit. You're older than my mother. You could have been a woman and just said, you know what? I thought I wanted this, but I don't. I hope you guys can understand. Oh my God, I would have been like, absolutely, Rabbit. Do you do what's best for your loyal subscribers, what's best for your channel. Renee Marie, I was going to ask you, are you Dolly Parton today or Sam? But it's true. If people were just honest all the time, there would be a lot less shit. People can fight each other and still be friends. People can argue and still be friends. We're not always going to get along. But it's how we do it. We confront each other, we say our piece, and then once we cool down, we're still cool. This is how friendships work. When I was in the Mean Girls, that's what I always tried to tell people. Just be honest. Say you, be you 100%. But these bitches are still crying about the Mean Girls because we were the meanest on the internet. Even fucking Easy caught it. He's like, okay, wait. Every time Trader says she's going to destroy someone, she literally does nothing. Duh! Duh! Hello, McFly. What's up, Squids, Judo, Renee, Virgo, Verbal? Love you all. These fucking people, they don't get it. It's a fucking troll. But they're the idiots that fell for it. It's a psychological warfare game. It's a fucking troll. I've done this. Somehow I found out I was good at it. Every time I say I'm going to fuck you up, I'm not doing shit.
Right. And everybody, there's been quite a few people ask, Lulu, what's your Cash App? Okay. Thank you.
I just put it in the chat.
I see that.
You. No problem, D-Boss. No problem. Well, I guess I can go ahead and ask if anyone in the chat, like, what's a big question, or if you actually were a former Mean Girl. I guess my main, like, big question that I've been wondering about is, I understand in the beginning it was a group of friends that were just in there to talk shit. I get it. That's what I'm assuming. I'm not saying I know for sure because, again, I wasn't there. And then it seems like, from my perspective or my vantage point, it became something else. And my question is, when...
Did you see Purple Phoenix? Was it last night that, hi Heidi, my co-host? Oh my God. They're back to co-hosting. Oh, fuck. I keep meaning to share this thing with Purple Phoenix. This berberine shit. But she keeps blocking me. It's rude.
Did you notice that shift? And when did you ask yourself, wow, I don't agree with some of this, but I don't want to be singled out by saying anything, but I don't like what's going on, or I don't like how it's making me feel by how I'm making others feel. I'm going to look at the chat and see if anyone can tell me.
I'm bored already. I'm bored already.
Kim, you knew in the last 3 months?
Where were you in the world?
Was it, hello? Can y'all hear me?
Mean Girls were
Yes.
formed?
Okay, sorry, I thought my
Yes,
AirPod
we're
died.
here.
Did you stand up and fight with Jimbo?
You want the
Or did
baby?
you
Who's
fall
baby?
down and cry
So
in
Kim,
the
let me ask you this. So you knew in the last 3 months, was that when maybe your, how do I say this? Like whenever you were being asked to be a little tougher, like kind of have a tougher skin, was that when you were starting to notice that it wasn't what you thought it was?
Yes.
And you don't have to, if you say, I don't feel comfortable answering, whatever you're asking me, that's fine. Oh, you hear a baby? Oh, it might be
Oh, that's what she meant. I was like, what?
I was like, I thought there's a baby.
Never.
Okay, Buttercup baby. I left early when
Never, never, never shake a baby.
she started doxing about 2 years ago around August. Well, that's understandable. I can understand that.
Who the fuck is she talking to? I'm so confused.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now Lips is saying she was the worst victim of the Mean Girls and now she's in the Mean Girls. I guess I don't know how to word this. Oh my, this is going to be such a shit show. Fuck my life. I'm dropping Lulu's chat or channel in the chat again. She's at 225. Looks like. Let's see if we can get her to 300.
I guess it's just bizarre. Well, not bizarre. That's not even the right word to use. I guess it's scary to think how quickly, and some of you that were in the group maybe can agree, disagree, whatever. It's just scary to think that so many people at one time, and I'm not sure how many people were in the group, but so many people one time can become of one thought. Does that make any sense? Like, that is horrifying to think that it's just that simple to change your mind, or because I would think that most people like to believe that they are above getting one put over on them, but I think maybe that happened. I don't know. That's why I think it's
all right. Let's be real. You guys put yourself in a situation to be scared of the Mean Girls, right? It's fear. Fear is not real. What's it? False expectations appearing real or some shit. It's fake. Fear is fake. It's fake news. It's shit you dream up in your mind. That's why I say I have no fears. I can overcome everything, but y'all want to cry victim. It's a problem inside you bitches. Not you bitches. Don't take this. Don't come for me, Lulu. But you get what I'm saying. It's a problem inside you. Anybody. We were all hyped. What's the worst? Fat Sally. That's how I feel. Fuck, I was wild as fuck. What's up, Happy Life? Yes, false evidence appearing real. Thank you, Can't Make Saying Out of Crazy. It's true. It's fear. There's nothing to fear. Y'all made us the super conglomerate we were. It was a fucking troll. And they still can't get it through their heads. What's up, Smiley? And hello, Allison and Mandy Cat, Bright Eyes. It was a fucking troll, people. Y'all made us into giants. I'm 5'1.5", and Nicolina's 5'1.5". That's why we used to laugh. Now, Nicolina is a piece of shit asshole. Don't get me wrong. She's gross. But y'all see me withstand her bullshit? It's just bullshit. All you do is go live and say, bitch, fuck off. And it's over. I mean, she keeps doing it. Just shut her off. She never came to my real life. Period.
Important, to find these answers, because God forbid this ever happen again, right?
Right.
And people, and I guess people could downplay it and say, well, I mean, what did they really do? Well, it changed the trajectory of the whole platform. It has people terrified to start their own channels for fear that, for no reason at all, or if they were to say something that wasn't in agreement with somebody else, and God forbid that person be connected to your group, that it's absolutely going to be a bloodbath, for lack of a better word. Mean Girl Chat. Who's Mean Girl Chat? Sure. I'm sure that's a troll, but yeah, we sure can. Did I have one? Tell me all about it.
Exactly. I'd love to hear about that.
Lay it on us. I watch from the bushes. I was just following true crime. Some people just don't have empathy. But, I feel like people do. Now, I'm not saying there aren't a few that maybe don't. But for the most part, yeah, they do. Sending Noose's emails, fake love. What does that even mean? The Noose thing had to do with Kim and Frankie. So I think you may be a little off kilter. You may want to kind of rewrite that and direct that to somebody that could answer those questions for you. But thank you for your question. We do appreciate that.
Kim said yes, and I got to see what they were really about and what they said and did behind people's backs.
But Kim, so I feel like maybe you were on maybe the outskirts or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I don't know that you were in I don't know how many chats there were. I guess that's neither here nor there. But just the idea that there were more than one. There were several chats, right? Which is bizarre. Did any of you that were in the outer chats feel like that you were Second.
I think I outweigh Nicolina. I weigh 167.7 pounds. But I'm also shaped way differently than Nicolina. Nicolina looks like a fucking egg on sticks. She looks like Humpty Dumpty fell and hit every calorie on the way down.
Class citizens are not included in the main nucleus of the whole thing, or you just didn't care, or what? I mean,
Yeah.
I guess my question would be, and I feel like I'm talking really loud.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
It's like when people joined later on, after they saw how out of control things were spinning, and then they wanted to join after the fact. Kim, I'm going to be honest. I was surprised when you joined up, just because after you see,
Yeah,
what is going on, what would
I've always been like super, like more muscular. I don't exercise for shit. I don't, but I do things that I've always been muscular, so I've always weighed more. Like I've never weighed, well, I mean a couple times, but I usually don't get under like 150, 135 when I was real young. But even at 150, I was like a size 3. You know what I'm saying? So I've always been muscular. But Nicolina's just fat gut. You know what I mean? She's like little tiny feet and a fat gut and about 6 chins and a forehead.
what would be the draw?
What's that monster from Star Trek? that fucking big blob.
I guess that's what I'm asking. What up, Scott?
Hey, Scott Age.
The first out of a proton mail, and I was out of there. I'm a little proton shy myself.
Hey, Tiger
For
Lord.
real.
Buttercup Baby said to be more specific, when she said mods needed to email their addresses for see you next Tuesday cups, she said, no thanks, keep your cup.
And see, that's all I'm trying to do anymore. I'm chill with everybody. Even if I disagree. Let's say, for instance, Rabbit, I'm so over her victim panels, okay? So I'm disagreeing with Rabbit right now. Doesn't mean I hate her. Doesn't mean I want any harm to come to her. Doesn't mean I'm going to get mad and dox her. I don't know. I'm probably still blocking her chat. But you get what I'm saying. I don't want no beef with nobody. I think that's how it should be. Every sub going everywhere. Every creator going everywhere. Sometimes I'm, being a little asshole. Sometimes I'm being super sweet. You never know what you're going to get, What's up, Roberta? That's how it should be. Does anybody see me? Where's fucking Kim Maple when you need her? I need Kim on panel. That.
Oh, I did that. Yeah. Hey, Riza. Even though even though I do giveaways and I've doxed myself, I still don't put my whole address on anything that I put Dazed or April, and I put the city and state. They don't, I'm sending it to them, but I still don't. That's just a common sense kind of thing. If somebody's asking for your address, I mean, unless you want something and you really trust the person, don't give it to them. That's just crazy to me. But that's just me.
But yeah, this wasn't to, like I said, we're not trying to single out anybody or, ask for any trade secrets. That's not what I want to know. I guess what I'm wanting to know is, when did this become something that you thought that you become something that it wasn't? Where you thought, okay, this is a group of women, we're just chit-chatting, talking some crap, trolling a bit.
Hey, who is she talking to? She's asking a mean girl question, but I don't see no mean girls.
And then it became something where you thought, okay, this is actually not what I signed up for.
It's a great question.
And I thought they weren't as bad as others said, and they were friendly. They were so friendly, and I was very vulnerable at the moment.
All the good people are gone.
And I get that, because you don't want to take someone's or what you hear about others. You want to find out for yourself. If someone, even if they have a certain reputation, you want to find out on your own, correct? I mean, that's how, you want to give people a chance.
Oh my God, it just dawned on me, people. It just dawned on me. You mean Rabbit and Nicolina are in the same? Are we in fucking backwards land right now? I'm on this side. And Rabbit and Nicolina are on that side. I'm fucking dead, y'all. And then Rabbit's up there still crying that she was a victim of the mean girls. Oh, fuck.
I understand that.
This is not real.
I gave it to Rabbit though. Wanted steak and lobster DoorDash.
She is the paranoia.
I'm full of hot dogs right now. I can't move.
Oh, for sure.
We had
Tigers are
Papasitos
good.
for lunch. It was delicious.
Is that Mexican?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what?
Nice.
I know this is crazy, but when I go into a chat, let's say, anybody, if I went into anybody's chat and they were talking about somebody that I care about, I just leave and come back. That's it. I don't email them and text them, what are you doing? But no, I let them have their space, their moment, and then I come back when the content changes. That's how most adults should be.
But yeah. So I will say this too, though. I think there have been good lessons learned. I think that people have been able to, I don't know how to say it, but I feel like people have been able to really find themselves in this environment, even though it's very toxic. But I think it really shows you at the end of the day who you are, right? I think it speaks to your core being after you have listened to all the things you've listened to, very, very much choosing what you laugh at, who you laugh at, what's acceptable, what isn't. Because I would have really believed that I would have never laughed at a lot of things that I've laughed at before. Ashamed about it, as a matter of fact. Yeah, but it's been a long string of lessons. And I don't think that the goal is necessarily for everybody to become BFFs or kiss.
Did she just say she's ashamed at some of the things she laughed at? Yes, Flame Key. That's what it just dawned on me. I'm like, Nick has me blocked, so I can't see the bitch. She's scared of traitors. Traitors is the meanest. I am mean.
Some makeup or what have you, right? That's not necessary. Matter of fact, that's not even something being sought after, but it's just looking back and seeing how in the world, almost like from a historical standpoint, right? How in the world did we go from point A to point gosh dang Z where we are now? It's just bizarre. The whole trip has been wild.
Right. It has. Cotton candy boobs. This is my first official live, so you showed up for the maiden voyage.
She did. I bet she brought homemade lemonade too.
I will. Oh, well. I'm still a noob at this, y'all, so I apologize.
That's okay. Take your time. Everybody understands big issues in the first place. I know everything's turned super dramatic and crazy, and it stays that way all the time. Impossible to wade through, right? But initially, that isn't why anybody came here. Now, let me back that up a minute. At least people that I'm aware of. There are a few that absolutely came here with no other motive except for to wreak havoc and cause chaos and animosity and craziness. But for the most part, people did not sign up for YouTube to end up where they are. So I think it's ridiculous for anybody to really necessarily pass judgment on what they would do or wouldn't do in certain instances, because I'm sure there are very good people that just got caught up in the moment, right? And then next thing you know, they're in too deep. And then what do you do?
Yeah, I've said it before. There's gals that are still a part of that group that I'm still friends with, and we keep that stuff separate. Our friendship is first, and whatever all the outer stuff is the outer stuff. And
okay, so top left is Lulu, top right is Dazed, bottom is White Rabbit. Well, not so much Lulu. Lulu's just hosting the panel the way I'm seeing this. She just started her channel maybe a couple weeks ago, so I say good for her. She got 82 in chat. Good job, Lulu. And let me drop her link again if y'all want to sub up. Lulu's all right. She goes everywhere, What's up, Crystal? Quick, someone go ask her about eBay mailing feelings or how to ship something, and she will be completely off topic. Yes. That's White Rabbit, everybody. What's up, Ran? No, I got caught up in exposing the agenda around normalizing the abnormal agenda about children. Everything else is bullshit to me. Yeah. And that's what we're dealing with. These people can't let the mean girls go. They eat, sleep, breathe. Any other point in your day, the mean girls. The mean girls victimized me. I'm a victim of the mean girls. That's what we're dealing with. Yeah, Lulu is very nice. I don't know who Miss Turner is. What's up, little trucker? All right. Now, I think I got everybody modded. You're welcome, Allie. Okay, I'll start again. I might skip a little bit. I usually try to tell you guys I have a little knack for knowing when they're going to. I see their little pattern of rambling. It's
I don't know. It's like I said, it's kind of like
Constance says, a group of women just sharing their lives who ate each other alive. No thanks. Okay, that did sum up what happened in the Mean Girls. You are correct.
it's an enigma to me, and that's why I wanted to get, I guess a perspective from someone else other than myself, because I know what I feel, but I don't know. Hey, Lips, welcome. Let me see. I like to hear everyone's experience in the Mean Girls to get picture painted a pattern. All right, but we're not. One thing I don't want to do is I don't want to single out anyone today. I really don't, because I don't want this to turn into a bashing stream. I really don't, and I know there's been so much bad that's gone on, not with just one person.
Welcome in, Mama T, Jaded, and Mama of Two. Welcome to the party. We are watching Lulu, Dazed, and White Rabbit try to get the snitch Mean Girl. I just want to know who the snitch is, okay? I was called a snitch. I ain't never fucking snitched. I ain't shared shit. I ain't a punk bitch. But here we are. And Nicolita is over here. And lit. I am fucking shooketh. I am fucking shooketh.
And with many people. Yeah. But this is more, I love you too. This is more to gain, I guess, a different perspective. And again, are we, not trying to get philosophical on y'all's asses, but is it?
How many more perspectives do we need at this point? The Mean Girls started January 2023. It pretty much broke up November 2023. Then with Peach leaving, February? It's done. All it is now is Nicolina and Lit being fucking psychotic and paranoid in a Facebook Messenger mom chat. That's it. The Mean Girls is no more. But here we are again, going over. I don't understand. How, Lulu? How do you not understand at this point what the Mean Girls were, what we did, and here you guys are again. Now you're going to drag it all back out. I'm going to correct the record, whoever the fuck comes on panel, because I'm sure they won't tell the truth. But snitches get stitches.
Is it celebrated nowadays for people to, instead of lifting each other up, kind of like tearing each other down and cheering it on because we're too afraid to speak up? And I'm not saying that I know people that speak up, but a lot of people don't because they're scared, and not because they're scared of a person, but they're just scared of what could happen to them or what could be said about them if they go against the grain.
Who cares?
Yes, it's called cancel culture.
Oh my God. Let's be real. For me, leaving the Mean Girls, I'm bigger than I ever was. Independent. I have no allegiances with no channels. I'm friendly with everyone, friends with a few. I have no ties, no nothing. No gang affiliation on the YouTube streets, website, none of that. This is not that fucking serious, people. Look at my life. Nothing's happened to me yet. That horrible things were said about me yet. It's words. I shed a few fucking tears. Yes. It hurt my feces. Yes. Past that. What the fuck? COVID does support YouTube. That's a fact. But I'm talking about these bitches. No allegiances with these bitches. No affiliation with these bitches. I mean, come on. What's up, Peachy? You can independently give your opinion on everyone and everything, and nothing happens to you. It's fake. The fear you have is not real. You're making this shit up in your head. Evidenced by it a year and 2 months after the Mean Girls was formed. It's been dead since October, November, and definitely dead when Peach left. It's done. And here you are, dragging it back out. You're the problem at this point. But you want to talk about knowing who people are? You got You were there for all of it, Lulu. What are you talking about? You don't understand. It's an enigma. What? No, it's not.
Or what was it? What was it Easy said? Conformity? Hey, lady love.
Oh, yeah, let's use
Is it called cancel culture?
free
Okay.
trust as a
Free side. I do both. I'm balanced.
Oh, my God. That's your
Go free
problem,
side.
Lulu.
Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, I guess that's just my question. I just wanted to hear y'all's perspectives of what you feel like the group as a whole, like how it's affected the community, and if it's affected or if it's done good things, positive things for you. I want to hear that too, not just the negative.
That's a good point. Yeah.
To get an understanding of dynamics and patterns, it can help prevent anyone else joining, how to cope with effects if had, and for support. Too much BS. Totally understand that. Yes. Some people are just tired of not being heard too. Very true, Sandy.
You acting like
But yeah,
Forrest.
but like
Yeah.
focusing on people that joined later, right after they saw that things weren't. Can I add the group? It's not like anything before. Okay. Well, see, that's interesting too, right? Because I guess so many people, it was such a mystery, you know, like what was really the foundation of the whole thing.
Right.
It's certainly a mystery, and I think honestly, if I were guessing, just as somebody outside looking in, because I was never, ever, 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 never a mean girl, was never invited. I didn't hang out with any of them,
Me either.
on or offline. You know, I wasn't buddied up or super friendly. I mean, not saying there aren't some of them that I don't enjoy. I think they're funny, whatever. But I never made any kind of effort necessarily to do that, well, for obvious reasons, right? But it just seemed like at some point it started to congeal. And to them, I think maybe it was a big joke, right? They would just sit back and laugh. Everybody's trying to psychologically pick apart what they were up to and why and all this. They don't see it that way. I don't think they see it as, oh, this is just a big running joke. I don't know why everybody's upset. But it really did affect people in a very real way. I've seen it. Me personally, it like there were moments, obviously, that it affected me because nobody wants to deal with that rigmarole, right? And that's why I say soft drama, because as much as this is part of what the community has dealt with, looking back over time, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna take over your show. I'm gonna let you talk.
No, you're fine.
I just think
that's
that
why, yeah.
I just feel like they don't look at it as deep as everybody else, which is kind of makes everybody else feel silly for looking with a microscope trying to figure it out. But it is a phenomenon, like you said. It's something very strange psychologically that causes people to let their guard down so much that they're willing to do anything to be accepted, and that's to me scary. It's the only word I can think of, because I don't think that's healthy at all. Not even a little bit, especially for grown-ups, you know.
Right. I like what Cotton Candy said here, because I feel like
okay. I'm glad I walked away for a second because I needed to like reset my brain. Did she just said it's unhealthy for a grown adult to, you know, just give into everything, do everything just to be accepted? Do you know how often that occurs, Rabbit? Every day in life. So I grew up in, okay, Brandy. I grew up in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I've seen a lot of things, a lot of homeless people. Do you know how most of them got there? Is because as an adult, they gambled their entire life away. This is normal. This is a normal thing. But she's legitimately now, and this is why I'm using this as an example. She's literally saying, because of the Mean Girls, this is what they did in the Mean Girls chat. Are you fucking kidding me? Name one person in the Mean Girls chat that threw their entire life away just to be accepted by Nick. Name one. I'll wait. Are you fucking kidding me? So just because, now listen, I have seen, I'll use Lion Mama's example. I have seen her flip. Whatever Nicolina says, she mimics. Whatever. Even though she knows she was there, she's seen it happen with her own eyes, with her own ears, but somehow Nick can persuade her that no, none of that happened. It's the power of suggestion. This is a normal fucking occurrence. What's up, Dolly Parton? Renee Marie is letting us know she's Dolly Parton today. This is normal. Now, White Rabbit is acting like this is some unseen, unknown phenomenon. Have you ever been on the internet before? Because as long as I've been on the internet, this constantly happens. Why do you think I've made such giant changes? Rabbit, the biggest change I've made is I don't care what people say about me. I don't care what they do to me. I fucking mod everyone. I'm not de-wrenching anyone. Guess what? Everyone, with the exception of Nicolina and Liz. Well, shit. I just won't wrench them. But they're allowed in here too. I have no one on my block list. I stay my block list empty. I don't care. I don't fight with people. I can disagree with people. And because I give them such respect, guess what? It's not all out fucking war. That's me learning and growing as a creator. I'm not going to sit here. What's up, Mr. A? It's so good to see you. Please, y'all need to make this up. This thing goes too long. It does. It does. That's exactly what I'm saying. Let it go, people. Because here we are. 3/30/2024, and they're still crying about victims of the mean girl. Do what? Do what? How about clear your block list, stop taking what so-and-so says about you so personally, and let shit roll off your fucking back and have a good fucking time. And do you know what happens when you're welcoming? When you don't go too fucking far, you're authentically you. Guess what? Those people like Nicolina, they can't touch you. You know that their mouth is the only weapon they have, and you as an adult do this. You just don't watch. And if you don't see it, it never fucking happens. Period. What's up, Shannon? But if you don't see it, it never fucking happened. And do you know that's how you beat Nicolina? You just don't watch. You don't. The only time I come back to reality and I get told what she says and then I go ahead and turn it on and record it, it's because it's that fucking bad. So I take very small doses of Nick. As all should. When you remove the fear, because fear isn't real, you are undefeatable. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. These women know. And no shade. This is the life path they chose. These women are clearly stuck here because Rabbit has been crying about being a victim of the mean girls. I wish I would have fucking tore you up that day you lied to my face, bitch. I wish I would. But you know what? I respected you because of how it closed. You and Anissa worked. That is the only reason, Rabbit, that I didn't tear you to shreds. So you should thank your fucking ex-friend that I haven't torn you to shreds. Because if you think Nicolina's mean, she ain't got shit on me.
This happens to me all the time. I like a lot of people, and some of those people don't like each other. And that happens. I mean, it's going to happen. How many people are in this, this vicinity of the dumpster fire? Like, we're all going to have different friends and friends that don't like those friends. But what matters to me is the friendship that I have with that person.
Hey, Crazy Acres. It's always good to see you.
And yes. I know it. We all get caught up sometimes and get angry at someone for something that maybe isn't the truth. Like it's something that is assumed or perceived, but it's not the truth. But yeah, like Cotton Candy said, just stay true to yourself as best you can. Conformity. Yes, that was the word I was looking for, Tim. Thank you. How does she know what was before? She's the last two to join.
I'm a fucking chupacabra.
What does that mean?
Well, that's a good question. I think she's asking Lips, how does she know how it was before if she was one of the last people to actually join?
Oh my God, this is boring.
Lips, are you still here?
So boring. I wish they would have put Kim Maple on panel. Kim Maple could have given all of us how much she was victimized by the mean girls. Come on, Lulu. I'm about to cash app Lulu and say, you should have Kim Maple on panel. She truly was a victim.
Nicolina, we are waiting for her to arrive. She's not feeling well. And we'll see if she shows up. If not, then we're just going to talk. She said chasing has joined after me and a couple of others. I think what she was asking is the comparison of saying it's much better now than it was before.
In the focus. White Rabbit got a troll. Now, listen. White Rabbit's never put her eyes on this email. We don't even know that the email ever existed. Prissy Penny Peters Pincher, whatever the fuck her name is, could have made all of this up. Long story short, Prissy Pincher told Rabbit someone was after her. Someone had her real life information. It freaked Rabbit out so bad she deleted her fucking channel. Let's remember that. Like what? 4,000, 5,000 people channel? Just deletes it. Came back. Still cries about it. There's no change in Rabbit. She might talk in circles more. Because I remember I used to watch Rabbit when she first started. Like when she had Ernie up. And she was funny. And then I don't know what the fuck happened. What's up, Ghost? I don't know what the fuck happened to her. But my issue is she's so fake. And I'm not throwing shade at Rabbit. She's so fake, or she's so afraid to, maybe fake's not the right word. She's so afraid to have someone disagree with her that she bottles it all up inside and then turns into a passive aggressive asshole. That's why I don't care for her. Not one bit. But, no shade.
Like, what does that look like? Like with you joining later? Without, giving too much detail, obviously, but you know what I'm saying. Well, I think you understand what she's asking.
Hey, platform boots.
Oh, and Sapphire told me this. She said, how is there a Mean Girls chat at all when Nicolina just said last night that Jimbo's mods are now in the Mean Girls chat? What's up, Amy Pat? Love you, lady. Yeah. Jimbo's mods are now in the Mean Girls chat along with Lips. There is no more Mean Girls. It's done. The minute you let fucking Chasing Justice and Lips in there. So Rabbit will talk to Nick now. Now, wasn't she calling Lips yesterday Rabbit was calling Nicolina the unspoken one or the dark horse or some shit. It is absolutely boring. No, Spectral. I'm not better than this. I'm not. Please come run my channel, Spectral, because you have such a successful one. Please, Spectral. I really need you. Come on, Special Whispers. Please, come be my channel manager. I really, really need you. No. Spectral. Well, I don't have a good opinion of you. I think you're retarded, and I don't like you. But, no shame. What's up, Michelle? What's up, Wicked Moon? And Spectral. I have not badmouthed anyone. I have been honest, respectful. Well, except Nicolina. I've been honest, respectful. Oh, and Liz. So what are you talking about? You think I'm better than that? Oh, come on! But you have so much insight that you just gave me. Yeah, I haven't thrown. It is very neutral. So that means your first comment, hold on, let me go up and get it, was a lie, Spectral, right? I just said you were retarded, right? And I don't like you. But then your first comment was, you are better than that. So which one is it? Which one is it? I'm either better than that or I'm retarded. Do you see how hypocritical you are? Come on, Special Whispers, get your story straight. Hold on, I'll mod you in a second.
I'm getting behind. Hey, Birdie.
Y'all on StreamYard, sometimes it will cause you to get behind on comments, but that's
Yep.
it's not a big deal.
Oh, wow. This is...
Sorry, Jaded. Sorry.
Okay, she said I dealt with them. I saw it firsthand. I got you. So what you're saying is what you saw from the group prior when you were on the other
Yes.
side of things is now different. Now that you're actually in the group, it's changed. Well,
And hello, Michelle, Wicked Moon, Jaded. I'm very sorry if you're talking about the R word. I will try to refrain, knowing you're in here, to not say it for the rest of the day. And who did I miss? Rosie, Sally, Lane, Katie, Lady Boom, Rand. All right, I think I got everybody shouted out.
obviously, I think a lot of the people have changed too, right? I mean, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Like Lulu said, we're basically sitting in the stands, if that makes sense.
It's only make believe, Conway.
No. I personally don't want to be added to the chat. No.
No, thank you.
No.
I get anxiety when those notifications
That's
go off.
okay.
The ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, D-Boss, we missed you. I haven't seen you.
All right, I'm going to skip forward this time.
No one's attacking anyone.
And I know that there are some instances that's it, you know. But I think that a lot of people just really question why, right? I think that may be and the audience can say if they agree with that or not. Why did the things that happened happen? And I know that there are some
Rabbit, Dazed, and Lulu. And really, again, not throwing shade to any of these ladies, I'm looking for the mean girl snitch. That's all I want to see who it is. The whole reason I'm streaming this.
instances that it felt warranted, I'm sure, you know, with certain people. But I think there's a lot of people that have felt a dread or a fear.
Thank you, JP Fluff. $10 super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you, JP. It's always good to see you.
That don't understand why, right? Just the intimidation of it all. Like why? I guess why the extent, right? Because it's one thing, the thought.
Crank just says, Ash, I saw a comment you made about me recently about hating. I have a past like I do. I hope you can understand not everything portrayed is true. Yes, he was 17. I was 18. I know the dude since age 7. Let me fill you in on what this crank is talking about. This crank kidnapped a minor. Okay? Never forget that. Now you know. So, he's saying there's a narrative being ran that's not true. How am I running a narrative that's not true? He legit kidnaps people. If you take somebody, throw them in the trunk of your car, right? And then leave with them, and they didn't say, yes, I want to be in the trunk. You have to, okay, before you can just throw people in the trunk of your car, you have to get their permission. If you didn't get their permission, that's called kidnapping. I'm not throwing a fucking narrative. That's fact. The real truth. The real truth. Special Witty.
Off-core drama to get on here and call somebody stupid or fat or an idiot or whatever. But then there's that step further, right? The actual psychological honing down of a person to try to belittle them and all that stuff. Like,
turn it off. It's that simple. If I know Nick's going live about me, I can come in here and record it and turn the volume all the way down and not hear it and save it for a rainy day. Because 9 times out of 10, that's what happens. I get a message saying Nick is tearing you apart right now. I come in here, put it on 2 times speed, record it, right? Because she's a dirty deleter. And then if I feel mentally well enough to listen to it, or if the person says, hey, she did this, then I will review it at a later date in increments so I'm not digesting the bullshit. Then if it's worthy, I'll address it. 9 times out of 10, it's not. It's that hard to just throw out the bullshit and not give a fuck what the dumb bitch says about you. I know I recorded her shit last night. Holy fuck, that was unhinged. Special Whispers, can I ask you a question? And this isn't a personal attack, Spectral, but when Nicolina goes live, so in the past, when Nicolina would go live and say something horribly atrocious that was against everything we stood for, I would go to her and say, hey, that was not cool. Do you do that to her? Or do you just go along with every good thing she said? Because yesterday, I know it was said, and I'm sorry, Peach and Ghost, I already know this is not true, but Nicolina's words yesterday was that Peach and Ghost's daughter was sexually assaulted. And we're talking about a minor baby right now. Was sexually assaulted. And instead of getting her help for that, they ply her with marijuana. Do you think that is an appropriate weapon to use against someone, Spectral? Yeah, I figured Ghost. Yeah. And the thing is, this is why the Rabbit and Anissa, me ever met, is because Nicolina started going to panel saying, we're going to stop doing this. I was the last holdout. I was like, why are we going to change? They're not going to change. Fuck them, right? Then I got to thinking, you know what? I'm literally doxing people because they hurt my feelings. And so I stopped. And then Nicolina would go live and blow it out of the water. And I'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? We just apologized to people. You know what I mean? And then I was the asshole. So that ended up what happened. Yeah, I think that is. No, I understand, Spectral. I'm not asking, do you co-sign? I'm just asking you if saying, here, okay, let me rephrase the question. Let me rephrase this question. Do you think it's an appropriate weapon? Let's say, and this is totally hypothetical. Do you think making up a lie, saying that a minor was raped, is an appropriate weapon to use against the parents of that child? And not only was the child raped, that the parents are such bad parents that they ply the minor child with marijuana instead of getting the minor child help for the trauma that the rape has caused. Do you think that's an appropriate weapon? Yeah, it is frozen. And that right there, the fact that I don't think that that's okay, puts me on this side of things and puts them over there. And that's, I think, the distinction I want to make, is that I do not think it's appropriate. What's up, Becky? Exactly, Michelle. I do not think it's an appropriate weapon to not only make up a lie, because when you put something in the universe, you're asking for it to happen. So if you're faking a rape, but you're not only faking a rape allegation, you're putting that on a baby's head. And then just to throw shade at the parents, saying, well, now you're plying your child with drugs to keep them quiet. And that's what happened yesterday. Exactly. Okay. I'll continue. I just want to know the answer to that question, because as far as I'm concerned, that's what separates us from them. Not these ladies, but Nicolina and her group of mean girls. And that's what separates us right now. I'm not willing to go real live ever again. Do I want certain information? Yes, I do. But there's a point in time where I don't fucking need to know. But now that Nicolina has lied and said this person raped this person raped this person, she has ruined it for actual survivors and minimized the tragedy and trauma they actually went through. And that's a smack in the face.
I don't know. That's, I think, the biggest burning question.
Love you too, Renee. Happy Easter.
We literally just talk about our personal lives, talk about shit on YouTube, but there's literally no drama within. These people are gone. Nicolina, do you think it would be fair, though, to say that, let's go back a few months or a year, what have you, when things were, we'll say, original? Do you think that when things were good, quote unquote, what I mean by good is when you guys were all of one accord, at any point did you feel icky about things that were happening or things that were unfolding, or when you would go off on somebody or go haywire and just slice somebody in half verbally? Did you ever feel bad about that or think, damn, maybe that was too much, or maybe I'm wrong, or maybe that's too far? Anybody that was in the group can answer that. Did you ever feel like a guilt of maybe the punishment didn't fit the crime?
Manchester, Vicky, do you want to come up? Do you want me to go find the clip where she said Peach's daughter was sexually assaulted, and instead of because Ghost and Peach were such shitty parents, that they ply their kid with marijuana to take the pain away? I mean, I paraphrase that, but that's absolutely indeed what she said, and I do have it recorded. Would you like to come up? Because again, Manchester, Vicky, that's what separates me from you. And I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy. Happy as can be that that's what separates me from most of you. But as you know, I give you a voice here. That's why you're still modded. And that won't change. I'm not going to de-wrench people. I'm not going to block people. I'm not going to silence people. It's not going to happen. But anybody from the other side against me, please have a conversation with me.
In other words,
No, Manchester. First, Manchester, I've never done that to anybody. I don't let other people up when I ask one person to come up. I don't allow that to occur, but I'm sorry you're in the hospital, and I hope you get feeling better.
well, Jackie, here's the thing, and I'm speaking for Lulu in this aspect. I think that's all anybody ever wanted. You know, most of us have been here.
I'm so sorry I read that wrong. I'm so sorry. I totally read that wrong. Manchester, Vicky, I'm sorry that you're in the hospital, and I hope you feel better. And I don't blame you.
Going on, I guess, over 2 years now, you know, and we've always just wanted to see people be normal. Rabbit, I was always the spokesperson for their complaints, and I took all the outrage for it. It's so much better if you can't see that from my end now than you don't. I enjoyed it for a month or 2 or 3. Felt like I'd found a group of girls I cared for, like part of a team. So do you think that was a driving force for you, Bert? Like being a part of something?
Camaraderie. The camaraderie. Yeah.
I'll let you read that, Lulu. I feel like I'm talking a lot. No,
you're fine. Why was it okay when you were in the Mean Girls group, but now that you aren't a part of the Mean Girls, what they are doing is wrong? Wasn't it wrong from the beginning, or is it okay now that you aren't in the Mean Girls anymore? I don't know who that's to, because I was never in the Mean Girls group.
That's a good question.
Yeah. Everybody has done some bad shit at some point in life. I love others on how they treat me. True?
Yeah, I feel that way too. I think that lines get blurred sometimes, though. I will never fight someone else's battles again. That's the biggest lesson I've learned. There are 30 plus Mean Girls on, Mama says, not counting associates. Where are you getting your facts? And I think more so what we're asking about, we're trying to like get through our
Sister Vicky, I would like to, although I do agree with your statement, because it's not a secret, Ghost and Peach co-signed what Nick did when she said that, first of all, my dead brother raped my youngest sibling. They co-signed that. And they've realized that was some of the most foul shit that they've ever been a part of. And because of the revenge to get back at me, even though I absolutely didn't do anything, they thought I did, because Nick has the power of suggestion over many people, such as yourself. Manchester Vicky, I know that you made a video about me exposing traitors, and it was all lies and manipulation from Nicolina. Not one thing that you said was true. And then I've watched your channel evolve. Again, it's just regurgitating Nick's lies and twisting of what happened. Manchester Vicky, you put yourself in a situation where her power of suggestion skews the way you see what happened. Manchester Vicky, you've known me for a long time. Remember the bracelet emails? Those types of conversations that we had? How could I do that, say that, be that, live that in front of your eyes for as long as I've known you? But then Nick says, oh, Traitors is doing this, that, and the other, and your entire opinion of me changes in that day. That's where you're at right now. What's up, St. Elmo? Oh, no. Hold on, I'll fix you. Love you, St. Elmo. So that's where you're at, Manchester. And it's a sad place to be. When Nicolina turned her back on me, she literally convinced all of you that what you saw with your own eyes, heard with your own ears, lived through the experience in your own way, none of that happened. What Nick said happened. And you all jumped to attention and started to attack me as if what she said was true. Correct. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. Manchester Vicky, actually not one of your, and listen, McKenna is not my friend. But even that one, the few minutes I did watch of McKenna, that wasn't accurate either. You're literally listening to what Nicolina tells you, and then you're making a video about it. That's, we love you, St. Elmo's. I'm sorry, I don't know how you got unmodded, but I got you fixed now. Everyone, I know everybody that I'm around now has learned a lesson in a very unique way. That's why they're over here with me. And we're all independent people over here. We don't need each other to survive.
Our heads is, I guess, the old chat, right? Because just taking it at face value, and none of us on this panel and most people that are in the chat are not in that group now. And most were not in it before to do a comparison or know any difference, right? If you guys are just hanging out or whatever, that's great. But I think we're looking back prior, right? When so many people were just horrified, even scared to go live, because they thought the minute I go live, Nicolina's going to tell me how stupid I am, how fat I am, how ugly and worthless and what a bad human I am. And you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff looming over them all the time, which was then, right? I don't know about now, because I've kind of broke away more now to where I don't watch as much as I used to. So I'm not up on everything, but I do know that then I think it was a very stressful time for a lot of people, just waiting to see who's going to be next, right? I mean, there were, and I want to be honest with you. I think we just need to have an honesty day, right? Period. There were people, good people, just regular people that wanted to do little, I don't know, some people that did crafty stuff, you know, you just name it. It's just the run of the gamut, that were terrified and would not go live, period, at all, because they thought eventually, if they had a channel, that they would be pinpointed by one or more mean girls, and they'll be dragged through the coals and embarrassed, so they didn't even bother to go live, you know? Yeah.
Or just a certain wanting to share your life circumstance. I was terrified for a whole year to even share my story, because I was afraid the same thing was going to happen to me that happened on Facebook.
I guess that all we've all ever wanted, this might get deeper than I intended, Lulu. Just if I
let
mean,
it
if you
let
want
it roll.
to. Okay.
No, let it roll.
It's been a lot. And I know a lot of people say, oh, what a pussy, what a weakling, get over it. No, it's hard to get over it because I came here. Technically, I was here before Nicolina, before a lot of the mean girls, right? I was in this community, had a pretty good standing. You know, I was clawing at the top. I may have clout sharked a little bit, ran. You know, I still will. I will even more now if I get the opportunity. But I'm saying I was so proud of myself and so happy that I was actually doing something. I'm going to have to mute out a minute.
Go ahead, mute out.
Sorry, Rabbit.
And Nick, while you're here, like I haven't done, like you haven't said much about me, except I think you called me like, I don't know, piece of shit one time. I don't know. But I've made a conscious effort to not try and say jack crap about you. So I know that you, I mean, I know you probably feel like I go to all these different chats and I don't have loyalty to anybody. I just have loyalty to myself, and I have friends everywhere. So I think those, like something that small, you may not realize it, but it's baffling because I haven't done anything to you. At least I don't feel I have.
All right.
Respectfully. So are you okay? You good?
Gotta compartmentalize for a minute. But no,
Do it,
you know,
girl.
I was really happy, excited. I was like, wow, this is great. You know, I always wanted to be able to talk to lots of people. I'm a people person. I love it. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, right? I'm flaky as hell.
Yes, I've been dropping her links constant. I cash apped her. I'm trying to get her to 300. We're not hating on Lulu at all. I cashed apped her $10, and we were just waiting for the mean girl, the snitch mean girl, and I've been dropping her channel link and trying to get people to sub up. So we got her. Oh, and I'll give her a like here in just a minute. I didn't realize I did. All right, carry on in the chat, people. All out war in the chat.
Hell, but I enjoyed it, and I feel like Nicolina, and I don't want to turn this into the Nicolina show. I really don't. That is not at all what this was supposed to be. Matter of fact, we were gonna.
I even said it. Yeah, I don't want anybody singled out.
Right, because we didn't want it to turn into that. But I feel like when you came along is 100% the pivotal moment when everybody went in defense mode off the bat immediately. I can't tell you how many people, and this is not trying to be a dick or be a butthole. This is just being honest. And a lot of people after you, right? It's not just, it's not blame Nicolina Day, because there are tons of people that came after you, after the fact, that were equally as.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. Okay. Oh, who's this? Oh no, who is this? All right, let me go right before they come on panel. The moment we have all been waiting for. All right, I'm going to check Lulu's sub count. When I get this started, let's make sure we try to get her to 300. Here it is.
Okay. This is just for Ash.
Yeah, who's this next? Is it Ash? I knew it was going to be
Island.
Ash.
Every case brings out the drama. It does.
Oh, and this is we should have bet money. Did I not tell you it was going to be Ash? What's up, cousin Bobby Sue? It's really not that interesting at the beginning. They just kind of ramble on and on. Yeah. All right. I'm going to have to change my title. Ash is not a snitch, and I'm going to tell you right now, she deserves to have her shot at Nicolina's throat. That's a fucking fact. Love you, Ash. Yes. All right. I'm checking Lulu's up. Go.
I wasn't even in this community till summer, and then I was in the makeup community enjoying that drama because it was, well, you know, it's about makeup. It's harmless, right? Come over here, and it was wild, and I got caught up in it just as much as everybody else did.
Looks like we got her to 262, so she was at 225. She's at 262. If I can get 38 people, we can get her to the goal today of hitting 300. Let's break that shit. Let me put her link in the chat one more time. And cousin Bobby Sue, I will get you modded in just a second. Yes, can we keep it nice in here for Jesus? It's the Lord's Day, people. I fucking love it. Yeah, there you are, Ash. I told him this. I said, you know, I don't think it would be McKenna. I don't think that they would have McKenna. Oh, I said, you know what? I bet it's fucking Ash. I love you. Did they ask you to come, or did you just jump up there because they didn't have nobody show up?
Hey,
Hey,
Ash. Hey,
hey,
how are you doing?
I'm all right. My head's still throbbing, but I'm all right.
I'm sorry.
How are you guys?
Okay. It's been a while.
He is currently in my summer home in Montana. If you're looking for him, Redstone. Ernie is at the secret location. Thank you, Sunil. Yes, thank you. All right, I'll check you here in a minute. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's how I started off this live. Listen, we're not all going to agree. There's going to be times. What's up, Michelle? Yes, thank you. What's up, everybody? We're going to agree, but again, not having to fucking karate chop people, not having to tear each other's fucking souls apart. Now, there's a time and a place for that, but none of these ladies. Yes, I have Ernie in a secret lair. We are conducting a supersonic mission. What's up, Just Linda? What's up, Copy That? Well, after we're going to get him through the tunnel, he'll be in stuff. Listen, we are super secret government soldiers, and we will take over the world. Yes, Spectral, you should have on your tiger stripes. We're all tigers in here.
Time. I kind of.
Shannon, welcome the Shannon 681, the newest inductee of the Tiger Commando Boot Camp. Everybody put a round of applause in the chat for the Shannon. She is now officially a tiger. Yes. Also, Anissa and Constance. Yes, Shannon, it is a slow climb. Anissa and Constance are going to have a live tonight. I'll have to get the link for that here in just a second. All right, I'll get everybody modded in just a second.
I didn't know it would be this wild, but hey,
Yeah.
that's life in the NFL. Anyways,
You don't need
I'm laughing at the chat. Sorry, this
You're fine.
multitasking is no friggin' joke.
Hello, randomly, Ash.
Hey,
My squirrel syndrome is bad. Ash, we just wanted to, I guess, if you can talk to us. And like I said, I'm not asking anybody to divulge secrets or trade secrets, nothing like that. I don't want people singled out. Like if we can kind of keep it generalized, but to your experience.
okay.
Like how did you come across the Mean Girls?
Yes, listen, as your Tiger Commando boot camp leader, Shannon, you were my favorite recruit thus far. I am so very proud of you. Yes, yeah, I just looked, Michelle. We got her at 276. Great job, everybody. 25 more, 24 more.
Did you come from, or I guess tell us where, like what community you started out in, and I guess just go from there and what happened and when you felt like things were definitely different and not in a good way.
Okay. Well, I originally created just a basic chatter, account, because I came to YouTube for Summer Wells,
Right.
and because I found out, about her through Facebook. So, I came to YouTube, and then I came across Ernie, and I started out in Ernie's community, and then I moved over to Nicolina's community, and was there for a while. And they didn't initially have a name then, it was just trolling.
And if I didn't say hello to Jenny, Michelle, cousin Bobby Sue, who else we got? I think a couple more people. Michelle, Ruby Duke. Welcome in, everybody. I appreciate you.
Just banter type. And then Rap and them got into it, and he gave them the name Mean Girls.
Right.
So then we became the Mean Girls. And as far as like the chat and stuff goes, like on Messenger, I was there, I don't know how long, but a while. A lot of it was just gossip. A lot of it was just shit talking. And then there was, there was point in times where we would each develop a bond with one another. So it wasn't just bullshit all the time. Sorry for cussing, but it wasn't like that all the time, what people think. Pretty much everybody in the group were close. We all talked in real life off of YouTube. So when we would talk off of YouTube, it wasn't drama or banter or whatever. It was us actually sharing each other's lives.
Right.
What's up, honey bunny? Good to see you.
And, I think for myself, especially, I come from a place where I don't have many family. I just have my sister, so when I make friends on here, they mean a lot to me. And so now I did make the mistake that I made when I was in that situation. But I initially just wanted to leave because there was things being done that I wasn't okay with, and things being said as far as Smokey's family and stuff goes. And I wanted out of there. So
Gotcha.
Okay, Constance. I appreciate you.
I left, and everything was fine. The Mean Girls and stuff didn't start on me right away. They did when they started seeing me in others' chats that maybe they didn't like at the time. And originally started with Nicolina. She was mad that I had Mamita as a mod on my channel. Yeah. And Mamita and I, we were close. I didn't care who she liked or who she didn't like. And she, felt the same way about me at that time. And so basically, Nicolina got pissed off because I had people in the chat that she didn't like.
Okay.
So then we all just sort of got into it over that. And then it just went downhill. And then I took screenshots of Raylan and sent them to Rap. And, I've apologized for that and haven't done anything like that since. Because it wasn't right. Like, I don't care how awful some of them were being to me. I still shouldn't have done that because I don't like when it's done to me.
Right.
But
I mean, I remember it was a very volatile time, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm just an outsider looking in, and I mean, I just remember this was another situation. I was always friends with you, even when you weren't friends with the Mean Girls, and when you were, and I just said, whatever works for you, have your friends, but that's not going to affect our friendship.
Right.
But I know you did go through quite a bit and have gone through quite a bit.
Yeah. And I'm a very forgiving person. And I do understand why some of them went so hard because they trusted me. They see me as their friend. And I felt that way too until it became too much, until I couldn't go in any of their chats just to talk. Because Nicolina would come in and she would, manipulate and tell people I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And it would never be the truth. I mean, she did that on Peachy's and she did it on Izzy's, and it just became way too freaking much. And I just started to retaliate.
Yeah.
And that's not okay. Like, it was right after my house was doxed and my house was posted on here. And my full name was made into an account with my house and all this stuff on it. And so, that's when I kind of was seeking revenge.
Yeah. Lips, I got to do it for my phone. I'm on my iPad, but I'll add more mods. Sorry, keep going.
No, it's okay. There are so many of them that I really care for. Even now, I can't say that for the main one, but I can say that for Peachy and for Traders and for so many over there that I've gotten to know, not just in the chats. And I've said sorry. They've said sorry. We've been okay since. Traders is someone that I talk to probably every other day. And not even about YouTube stuff. It's about
Oh, I love that.
But when it comes to doxing and like reaching out to people's real lives.
What's up, Leslie? Good to see you, girl.
And I think not just the Smokey situation, but what really hurt me was the Mary situation. I was around in that community at that time, and it really bothered me that this woman wasn't able to grieve because she had people saying the most horrific shit on the same day that she finds out her kid's not coming home. And you know, I hope I never ever have to experience anything like that. But I'm a mother, and I put myself in her shoes, and I just, you know, I tried to tell 777 a few different times. You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they were.
And I'm sorry, I'm not laughing at what Ash is saying. I'm laughing at. Oh, you're welcome, Cuzzy Bobby too. I'm laughing at the exercise. Okay, so blame Katie. I'm gonna try to say this as delicately as possible. Mary was, yes, honey buddy. Mary was a woman. She had a daughter go missing, and was later found deceased. Now, the events that unfolded, I'm not 100% clear. I'm going to tell you what I think I know, and I'm going to try to be as careful as possible. Her daughter that got hurt, she was not biological. She was an adopted daughter. There was the biological family and Mary started to war with each other, and that came to YouTube. And it got ugly. Myself got wrapped up in it because Mary was posting her daughter was missing. That immediately bonded me to her, so I started sharing her link, because listen, when your family member goes missing, I don't care what the fuck your past was, you're going to help a person. This is life or death. Because I've went through that situation, I know how it feels. Well, I know Nicolina was like, she's a scammer. And I told Nick, I don't care what she did. You'll never understand, Nick. You know what I mean? So, yes, Mary was looking for her. She was actively, you know, searching. That's why I kept sharing her stuff. Then, one morning I wake up. Jenny Keys is live with Nicolina in the chat, I believe, with the Bio family, and it turned into all-out war. The Bio family made allegations that Mary was not who she claimed, and it got really fucking ugly. And I know now how fucked up it all was, but then going through it, you know, it was a shit show. So that's about, yeah. Then it just evolved. The lives kept happening. I know Constance Sue jumped up to try to say this isn't true. Mary was actively still looking. Her daughter was found. Constance Sue tried to intervene and say, no, Benny, this isn't true. But it was all out fucking weird. And at the end of the day, they found the daughter. And she was killed and by a boyfriend, I believe. So that's who Mary is. And that's about as delicate as I can say. I don't know exact details. I don't know, you know, because I now know how people will just lie about things that should be totally off limits, but I didn't know that then. So unfortunately, yeah, it was just a bad deal.
Or, you know, blood related or not, she loved that little girl. And like that should be the only thing that matters, is that woman loved her, you know. So that was basically my whole reasoning of just needing to get out of there. And even though I may have laughed along with them and I may have cracked jokes along with them and I may have done stuff that I'm not proud of along with them, I definitely regret it. And I know that it's not something that I'm going to be doing again.
Thank you, Anissa.
And I believe that.
Yeah.
Well, Rabbit, Dazed, do y'all have a question for Ash?
I was just listening.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think you pretty much covered my curiosity. I would just wanted to, like, when did it? You know, and you Ash has already said it. I just was curious when it didn't, when it wasn't fun anymore. You know, when it became serious.
I think in the back of my mind, a lot of it was serious through the whole time. But I back then was a little timid as far as, like, you know.
He's at 283. We can do this, people. We can do this.
My real life being put out there and my kids being, you know, exploited and stuff like that. And I was fearful. I wasn't fearful of Nicolina or traders or anybody in that sense. It was just the thought of my livelihood becoming damaged. That always, you know, that always stuck with me. And I think it does for a lot of people. I mean, you know, there's been a couple of me girls that have said to me before that they were scared to walk away from the situation because they were scared that they would become a target like how I was.
Let's just ask if Catelyn can come up for a minute.
Hang on one second.
But Days, to answer your question.
I think, you know, I don't necessarily think maybe I'll give you a different perspective on this. I think because we, all of us, hadn't gone through the breaking moment that got us to stop being reactive, stop being such terrorists, I think that's the reason the calm has occurred. Not so much one person, because groupthink gets everybody riled up as it is. I could get everybody riled up. If I would have started this live and been like, oh, with Lulu and Rabbit and Days and all them, yes, it could have created a hate mob to go over there and troll her. But instead, I wanted to take an approach. So it's realistically being on this platform more and more time, you learn how to not be reactive, have a different perspective, because so many things you've been through, so many things you've been a target of. And I think that's more what's changing, not necessarily the one person starting to hate. That's just my different perspective on that thing.
Not just the Mary thing, but like the thing with, you know, Smokey's husband was posted, and he's, you know, in the military, and that bothered me because my entire family is military, and my nephew is military. And I even, you know, told Nicolina in private, I was like, look, I don't feel good about this. You know, my nephew is someone who I love dearly. He's very kind. He is going to be a cop soon. He just got out of the military and everything, and just got back from Germany. And the things that she was saying about Smokey's ex-husband, you know, about how he had depression and stuff, that kind of resonated with my nephew as well. And so I told her, I was like, I'm not okay with this. This is bothering me. I don't want to be part of that.
Yeah.
So then when I told her this in messages, like on voice notes, and she played it for her live. So
probably.
Thank you for the candle bomb, Catelyn.
Yes,
that was a nice reprieve. Yes. Ash, do you mind checking out, if you don't mind looking at Fizz Craig's comment real quick on the screen?
I want to say this. I'm glad you said that, JB Club, because you know what? Now listen, I am no fan of Nicolina, but Nicolina does not hold guns to people's heads. People have to take their own accountability in how they were persuaded to do their own thing. Does that make sense? And I see a lot of that. I see a lot of that cycling through, like, people, how am I trying to say this? People from the outside looking in, people that were never a mean girl, can look at Nicolina and be like, yeah, you're the root. No, like, each person has to take their own individual accountability for being in that situation if you want to truly grow as an individual. And that's just a self-reflection. That's not a public acknowledgement. That's a looking at yourself saying, oh, this is how I got here. And I wish people would do that a lot more in their own lives. But some people don't know how to look at themselves from the outside in. Now, I know a lot of the mean girls, it was absolutely, people said stuff to each other. We tried to help each other, learn or grow, or if we were just venting to let us vent. But then later, some of that was used against us and blown out of context and proportion, which was ridiculous. But what do they say? All is fair in love and war, right? And everybody gets a turn here on YouTube. So when you are the receiver of that turn, that's a make or break moment. And I don't think people realize that. In a way, Nick does you a favor when she gives you that moment. Because you learn what you're made of. And who better to do it to you?
Stop meaning I have a past like I do. I hope you can understand. Not everything portrayed is true. Yes. He was 17. I was 18. I knew the dude since age 7. Fifth Crank, I'm not sure what you're talking about. What was being said was that you had kidnapped someone. So is that, I don't know anything about that situation other than what other people have said. And I just kind of, made the comment that I did. I would hope that that's not true, sort of thing. Because I don't have, full proof of that. So I just hope for the best, basically.
What's up, Maggie?
He said you weren't mean. I just wanted to clarify.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I, have heard things and I don't have any of the proof of that. So all I can do is
Suzanne.
And I'm going to be real honest. Fizz Crank threatened to, now listen, in the moment, did I know he was going to do it? No, I didn't. I didn't know what the hell I was dealing with. He made me mad. He said some shit to Raylan that pissed me off. And we were very protective of each other in the Mean Girl. That's just who I am. I'm very protective of my friends. So when you say stuff like, I'm going to come up to your house and shit, I'm going to be pissed off. And I made it my personal mission to find his Frank's real name. And that I did. And I passed it off to my friend. We double checked it. Their report showed the whole deal. Because the report I was using didn't show. And I doxed Fizz Crank. And he was pissed. So that's my fault. I take accountability for that. But that's the shit we were doing. And, it is what it is. I'm not perfect, but Fizz Crank is really not perfect. And he's so pissed because I made a post the other day and I was like, never forget, he literally kidnapped me. Because he was running his fucking mouth. And I saw it. So, me and Fizz Crank don't like each other. And that's okay.
So that.
I think that might be an instance where I would ask the question,
what's up, Bam Bam?
Does the crime fit the punishment? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing for somebody to...
That's exactly what I said earlier. It's hot air. It's not real. People need to take more accountability for putting themselves in such a petrified fucking state that they spin themselves out of control. Shut her off and it goes away. That's simple. That's all I do. I know she's an asshole. So I don't watch. And when I get told, like I said, when I get told that she's saying some real foul shit, I go in my room, I turn on the record, I turn the volume down, and I digest it in bite-sized pieces. Because holy shit, some of that stuff is rough. But she has no power. It's the fucking... Listen, the emperor has no clothes. That's Nicolina. That's it. She loses her power when you realize she has none. And that's, again, I've taken all the accountability I need to, but these people made us the larger than life forces. These people made us the fucking terrorists of the internet, myself included, because I was right next to Nicolina. We're 5'1.5". I'm never going to do anything off of this platform. Ever. Not once. Never have I. Never will I. When I say Easy called it out, if he sees it, come on, guys. Every time Trader says she's going to destroy someone, she literally does nothing. That's the point. It's psychological. I'm just fucking with you. And when you realize that about Nicolina, nothing can happen.
To not like you on the internet or whatever. You know, it happens every day, every second. But I guess the question is to go from, well, he said something I didn't like, or I don't know why he was even got mad at, or people got mad at him in the first place. Really, I can't. There's been so much. But to jump from that as an example to he's a kidnapper. You know what I mean? It just seems so like far fetched to jump from something so small to something so big.
No, I've seen him. Now listen, I'm a firm believer. If someone's talking shit on me, I consider the source. Okay. Let's say Mandy Cat. I'm gonna use her as an example. I think she's a decent lady. If she was talking shit about me, I'd be like, okay, is she right? I'm gonna weigh this. What is she seeing? How is she looking at me? Get her perspective. I consider the source. But when somebody literally kidnaps a motherfucker in their lifetime, sober, might I add, they can't even blame it on drugs. They were sober and kidnapped somebody. I throw everything they have to say out because I'm like, as long as I'm the opposite of you, I know I'm all right. So that's why I bring it up.
I know that, like, I don't know where that originally came from.
Yes,
but I do know that I think Traders does have proof. Traders, I'm sorry. But I think she does have proof of that. And maybe she just doesn't want to put,
And I already put it out, and this crank already admitted to it. I can go to my community post right now where he admits to it. It's not a secret. He told everybody. When I doxed him, way back when, what, a year and a half ago? When I doxed him, he was like, I think he tried to say it wasn't him at first, but then it eventually came out that it was. And you know what, Rabbit? Okay, let me back this up. This is an example of the bullshit Rabbit does. Ash, this crank told Rabbit this story. Rabbit knows he's a kidnapper, and here she is trying to gaslight you. Hold up, to where you're like, well, I don't know. I'm sure Traders. Well, listen, I want you to see. Keep that in your fucking brain. This is why I don't really fuck with Rabbit.
Not like you on the internet or whatever. You know, it happens every day, every second. But I guess the question is to go from, well, he said something I didn't like, or I don't know why he was even got mad at, or people got mad at him in the first place. Really, I can't. There's been so much. But to jump from that as an example to he's a kidnapper. You know what I mean? It just seems so like far fetched to jump from something so small to something so big.
I know that, like.
See, this is what Rabbit does. She says dumb shit like that. Now Ash immediately withdrew, like, now wait a minute, having to defend her stance. And listen, Ash has no part of this. Fizzcrank is trying to tell Ash what you're being told is true. Breaking news, Fizzcrank. I said it on a community post. I didn't go to everyone. Yes, we do everything public. It's everyone's business. And breaking fucking news. Breaking news. We live our whole fucking lives on here. Everything I talk about publicly, everything that you've ever been a part of, you deserve the right to know what happened. That's how we do it. Exactly, Ash. Not sure. I don't know the victim's name. he kidnapped a 17-year-old. I do know that. Threw him in the trunk. Yes, Fizz is not dumb. It was around that time when Dolly and VHP were making asses of themselves. Yes, the Quentin Simon case is when I doxed. No, he was a clown at the Quentin Simon thing. That was Fizz Crank. Then I doxed him shortly thereafter. Who is channel? Yes, Vanessa. Fizz Crank said it on a live. Who is channel? And one more thing on this channel. Oh, that's okay. Hold on. This is Lulu's channel. We are trying to get her to 300. Please sub. Please sub. Yes, we're trying to get her to 300. I will check the number in a minute. Okay, on panel, top left is Lulu. Top right is Dazed. Bottom left is Ash, our Ash. And bottom right is White Rep.
I don't know where that originally came from, but I do know that I think Traders does have proof. Traders, I'm sorry, but I think she does have proof of that. And maybe she just doesn't want to put, Fizz Crank's business out there and stuff because she has held up her part of the deal as far as not doxing people. But I don't know. It was said a while ago. I just don't remember what community it came from originally. It might have been Jimbo's. I don't know.
I'm just using that as the example. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because so many times I feel like somebody would rub somebody the wrong way or say something somebody didn't like or whatever. Next thing you know.
Correct. This is exactly what I said, Rabbit. When someone is talking shit on me, this is fucking valid as the day is long. Hey, beloved ghost, I hope you're feeling okay. Good to see you. If someone is talking shit on you and they happen to kidnap somebody in their real life, it is a very valid response to hit them back with. Again, if beloved ghost said to me, Traders, you're being a jerk, I would stop, take account what she had to say, look at myself from the outside, and maybe continue differently. But if someone that actually kidnapped people was telling me I was a bad person, which is what happened, which is what exactly happened, I'm going to throw everything the fucking psycho has. As long as I'm the opposite of you, I'm doing good in life. I ain't kidnapped nobody. I don't know what the hell I was going to say. Michael Fizz Crank is the clown that went to the rap. I think paid him to go to the Quentin Simon and dress up as a clown. He's just a sub that frequents, I'm blind. I can't see shit. All right. I will.
So that person is being annihilated totally, And it would just seem like overkill to me. I was like, damn, what happened to just saying a few things back and then being done with it or whatever? And then if you don't do that, you're seen as weak or whatever. And it's not like that. It's just people are reserved,
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, I think every single community is guilty of that. Because there's been so many times where, people call me flip-flopper and I just don't stay where I'm not comfortable. So if I'm not comfortable for whatever reason, I'm running the other way.
But wait a minute, she just said she brought the stuff out because he was charged, but I'm not asking that. What I'm saying is why was that the go-to thing, right? That's what I'm asking. And that is the example. There's been so many instances where there's been a minor argument or people.
Rabbit, why don't you come to me or Nicolene? Okay. Also, another pet peeve of mine, Rabbit is trying to get the answers to her question. Why wouldn't you come to me, D-Dog? So I could give you the legitimate answers. Because realistically, let's be real. Let's be real. Same, honey bunny. Let's be fucking real. You want to know why me and Nicolena did what we did. And I'm not throwing shade at any member of the Mean Girls, now or past, but we were the ones doing it. So they're questioning you, but they want to know the reasons we did what we did. Yes, exactly, oppositional. Thank you again, Anissa. I appreciate you. Oh, I'm checking her. Oh, y'all. She's got 291. If we can get Lulu to 300, I will feel like I helped her out today. I did cash app her $10. Told her I was streaming her. Told her, I'm not throwing shit at Lulu. I am a little peeved with Rabbit. That's the continuous thing. She's just not my people. I ain't her people. No love lost. But she wanted to know the answers. Rabbit, I just answered your question. Because when someone tells me I'm a bad person, I consider the source. If you're a fucking kidnapper, I'm considering the source, and I absolutely want them to think that I'm a bad person. Because that makes me the opposite of them. Also, Rabbit, it's about day 100, day 200. Why are you still playing the victim? Because let's be real, Rabbit wanted to put this panel together to continue the victimization of herself. It's ridiculous. Lulu, not really in it. Dazed, not really in it. But I'm glad they did it on her channel to give her, views and all that shit. That's right. Fatty's life matters. And welcome in, everybody. I think Ted, I didn't say hi to you. Thank you, Lee. I appreciate you all. We can get her to 300. I'll be very happy.
People that didn't agree, or somebody sass mouthed somebody or whatever. And then, boom, next thing you know, the whole world's crashing down on somebody. I mean, at the end of the day, you can say, oh, it's the internet, it's just words, it's just, whatever. But I think it does affect people. I mean, nobody likes to be embarrassed or any of that stuff.
Hold up. Listen, if you kidnap somebody in real life, but my words hurt you on the internet, come on. You motherfucking kid. What's up, just Lilo? Yes, Uncle Larry does matter, damn it. You kidnapped a motherfucker in real life and my words hurt you on the internet? Give me a break, Rabbit. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely does affect people. I mean, there's a lot that's affected me. As far as like friendships that I've made and things that have happened. And I mean, it's not just a YouTube thing anymore, especially when people take it off of YouTube. I honestly just wish people would stay on YouTube with it. Like, if we got to have banners, we got to have drama, if we got to have arguments, why can't it just stay here?
Right.
The only time that I have ever sent anyone information was when Mamita, she had access to Sarah. I didn't have access. I didn't have her number or her email or anything like that. And it was when Nicolina was threatening to call CPS on her. And I wanted to give her the information that she needed to report it. That's the only time that I have sent anyone's information for anything. And that's because she was wanting to protect her kid. And I've had to do the same thing. So I hear a kitty.
Oh, hang on. Let me.
Sorry, it's mine. No, it's mine.
No, it's okay.
Mine.
Okay.
It's mine.
I was just baby Lulu's taking her nap, so I was like, maybe she's up.
So let's just being honest. Let's touch on the flip flop thing, because
y'all, we got Lulu. When we started, she was at 225. I'm not saying we did it all, but we just got her to 300. Thank you very fucking much. Lulu, thank you for letting us stream today. We appreciate you.
I myself have been, very rarely, but I've had that come up a time or two. And then obviously, Ash, I know that you've been pegged the flip flopper so many times we can't count.
Yeah.
So why do you think that is said, and what do you say back to that? Like, what is your response when people think that? Like, why did it appear that way maybe to them? How is it really? And just kind of break that down.
Well, honestly, like when people have said that to me in the past, I kind of just let it roll off. Just because I know that I've been to basically every community that there is, as far as this whole little world that we're in, or YouTube world. I've been in Jimbo's chats, I've been in Nicolina's, I've been in.
Here's what I think you should do. Now, it is illegal to ship dead things in the mail, but if you dress like a ninja, okay? All right. Well, first you would have to collect some distance. Let them marinate in a bucket for a good 7 days. Then Paper box, really good. At the bottom. Then dump. Like make sure you like seal the bottom, right? No, no. This is what you should do. Okay. Paper box. Only a little bit. Put the bucket in the box. Dress like a ninja, all black. No markers on the shirt, no nothing. Drive to her house at night. Do an army crawl with the bucket in the box. Okay? And then dump it on her porch and run like the wind. And then when she wake up, and maybe just leave a note that said Trader said. Because totally it's illegal to send good things in the mail. I totally want to do it. If we live closer, I would totally throw things on her porch. With like a note. With like its head in one whole spot and its note like body taped to the other and be like, Trader's is here. That's what you need to do, Becky. Be like, Trader sent us. We are Trader's Legion Army. That bitch better not report me for that. I'm totally picturing Becky army crawling with this bucket of dead things up her porch.
Traders, I've been in everybody's. And mainly, I think a lot of it comes from hate bonding, you know, and I think I'm not afraid to admit it. I have absolutely hate bonded. Because when I come from one community that's full of people that say they love me and say they're my friend, and then the next minute it's not that, and they all hate me out of nowhere because of what one person says or one person lies about, you know, I go on to the next community that's going to protect me in a way, like not, you know, not shield me or anything like that, but is willing to accept me as a person. And I think like from my personal opinion, I think that's why so many do that. You know, I'm not alone. I've seen so many.
So Spectral, let me give you an example of like, let me give you an example of like, kind of put the cart before the horse. So the comment Becky made was, I was in Owasso this morning to go by my grandpa's grave. Did I go by 777's house? I will never tell. Laughing faces. So you might want to go look at the post before you think about real life. You know, like clearly it's a joke. You kind of sound like that. I'm just saying, I'm just trying to help you out. You sound like
other people do this. Just because I think acceptance is a big deal. It's a big deal to me, and it can't just be a big deal to me and not others too. So that's my take on the whole flip-floppy thing. Like, I just want to be around people who are fun, you know, and people who want to laugh and just, you know, do drama and banter, but like keep it here.
Something like that.
Constance, I have too.
I can understand that. I think that sometimes you, and I don't mean you specifically, but in general, or I'll speak for me. How about that? I think sometimes I have such a wish that people I'm watching or creators I watch, when they start doing like going off the rails or stuff that I just can't get down with, I think it just bothers me so bad because I can find, and I've said this before, I can find so many good qualities and reasons to watch creators, pretty much all of them. And really, there's probably no creator I agree with 100%. But I think to call it flip-flopping is a little much. But
I don't think she took it seriously. But also, you can't be outraged because she made a post about, I mean, this is the game, people. It's the game. It's the back and forth. Imagine an imaginary scoreboard, okay? And we're all, let's say, opposition, right? And any team sport, you got to beat the other team. So finding little things like that and then posting it like, oh, you came by my house. It's a gotcha moment. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Just a gotcha moment. Have more fun. Have more gotcha moments.
But I can see why it would be easier to leave one situation, and really it's kind of, we're encapsulated here like in an environment, you know. And I know YouTube's a huge place, but you go where you're used to things. That's true in real life, and I think it's true online too, and I think that's what keeps a lot of people.
I totally think you're triggered right now. I think your hands are shaking. I think you're like
people here, and that's why it kind of appears to be flip flopping a lot of times. But I mean, I guess it is if it is the hate bonding thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess we just wish everybody could just be normal. It's
Right.
like it's not okay to be normal anymore. It's all about who's the toughest and the biggest and the baddest and has the sassiest comebacks and who can go the hardest and blah blah blah. And if you're not doing that, you're a fake and you're weak and all that. I think that's weak to even say that, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I want to. I don't remember who said it. Lulu, you had it up on screen, but it was a bigger comment.
Hang on one second. Let me
Sorry,
grab it.
Rabbit.
Hold on.
No.
Hold
Go
on.
ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you away?
I was checking my phone because Sippin had sent me. Sippin, thank you for the Cash App. And Traders, thank you for the Cash App. She said, I'm streaming you. Thank you. Hello.
I do cotton candy boob, fence rider, flip flopper, sanctimonious, clout chaser, you name it.
Do you remember who it was from, Ash?
No, it was just a bigger comment. It said something about giving Nicolina a chance. And
it was Misty Rose.
Cotton candy boobs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't mean this in a mean way, cotton candy boob, but I've given her that chance more than once. And as of late, she.
Okay, let me hold on. Becky's known Nicolina for a really long time. And correct me if I'm wrong, Becky. They used to be really close at one time. So having a back and forth is, I mean, Nick did really say some real fucked up shit at one point about Becky, and they've been said some really fucked up shit. If I'm not mistaken, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this. Becky was assaulted very traumatically. And Nicolina said, you're a fake, you're a this, you're a that. So there's a lot of history there for Becky and Nicolina to go back and forth. But to report it, because Nicolina is now going back when Becky's only, it was a jab at Nicolina, again, with this invisible squirrel. But then when outsiders come in and make it a little more dramatic, that's kind of where, we just need to learn to laugh the shit off. Again, we're giving her this power. If you gave her the power, you have the power to take it away. So, yeah. And I hope I didn't fuck that up, Becky, or upset you. But, yeah. It is just a tip. And I think it's always going to be, there's a lure on this platform. Love it or hate it. Do I wish that we would leave rape stuff off the table, denying people traumatic life? You know what I'm saying? Faking cancer, shit like that. Do I wish all that could be off the table? Yes. I wish it could be like, Honey Bunny Honey Bunny got drunk and fucking drove through my yard. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Whatever. I wish it could be like that. I wish it could be the stupid, outlandish trolls that I like to do. I really do. I wish we could leave the real fucking sick shit, like you were never raped, you're a rapist, or all that shit should be off the table. But there is a lure on this platform. It's what keeps us coming back. The invisible scoreboard, the tit for tat. It's just how real you take it. If you understand your opponent has no power, whoever your opponent is, unless you give it to them, you'll be so much better off. Because it's a joke to many. It's a game to many. And I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Yeah. And Becky did not drive by her house.
Decided to call my husband in real life and send him pictures of me not dressed that I had taken when we were separated a long time ago. So, that giving her a chance is a no longer thing with me. As far as anybody else goes, that's, everyone else's deal. But as far as trying to make amends with Nicolina, as far as myself, that'll never happen. She pushed it too far with that one. I can be cordial. I can go into a creator's chat and be cordial until she pushes it. I said that I was still married. I still am married, but we were separated, and she knew that. So but yeah, I don't want to, I don't want to make this about her. Is there any more questions
So I
that you
guess
guys have?
the short answer is no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
brain is mush.
Yeah.
But I do
It'll-
appreciate you coming up and
You're welcome.
like I mentioned it in the beginning. I know that or actually Constance said it best. She said there's mean girls, there's former mean girls, there's mean girl associates. I asked Ash to come up just because I knew in the very beginning she was a part of the mean girls.
Mhm.
I didn't know for how long. I truly didn't. I think I first saw Ash whenever there was a stream in the summertime when Nicolina and Betty first made amends. It was way back when. So I didn't know how long she had been a mean girl. But I mean, everyone's got a different perspective and a different vantage point. So I appreciate you coming up and
You're welcome.
taking the comments and answering them. And for everyone being cool in the chat, I know this is wild. but yeah, but I'll let you hop down and
Okay.
we'll wrap stuff up. Unless Rabbit Days, do y'all have anything else you want to say to Ash or?
Well, thank you for coming up.
Yeah.
Thank you for being brave enough to come up.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate your insight, and yeah, I'm glad you came up, and I appreciate you.
Well, thanks.
Ma'am. All right,
Thanks,
sweetie. I hope your
bye.
migraine feels better. You're welcome.
All right. Thank you.
I'm gonna kick you.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right, bye.
Well. Okay. Let me see here.
In a nutshell, and I'll say this, and my part of it will be done. For me, I know it probably seems like, well, for everybody, right? Because the fact that there's still conversations being had at all that pertain to mean girls and all that stuff, I don't think, and maybe they do, I'm not going to speak for them, but I don't think they realize the gravity of how big a ripple effect there was with all that time period. And, and it's different now, I think, for sure. Characters change and, shift, and time changes a lot. But for me, I think it's obviously my own journey to deal with. And I made peace with everything pretty much. And again, I mean, I was never attacked, so to speak. But I think a lot of people share the same sentiment when it comes to the fact that it was always stressful, knowing that you may have to defend yourself or whatever at any time, right? That part I'm over. I guess, like I said, it's just the why. And I guess it comes down to people want to be accepted for whatever reason, right? All in all, and different personalities and whatever. And it was the perfect storm, I think. I think it was the original group of ladies came together at, you can look at it either way, the wrong time or the right time. And it created the perfect storm. And this is kind of, I guess, the aftermath. I know that sounds pretty dramatic, but yeah, I don't know. I just wish everybody well. Hope everything works out for everybody, whatever that looks like. And that's it. So
that's it. That's
thank
all.
you, Lulu. I think it was amazing first live, and I hope you go live millions more times. I love it.
I'm gonna think about it. I'm just kidding. I will.
It's stressful. It's stressful.
It is.
It is stressful. Damn it.
But I think you've been very gracious, and I think the chat has been great. I don't see any major fights breaking out or chairs being thrown or any fires getting started. So yeah, I think it is the aftermath, and I think a lot of people are just kind of walking around, letting the dust settle and seeing where everything has landed. And for me, it's just landed where it is. I know Dazed is thriving over there, and Lulu, you're kicking it off over here. So I think it's great.
Absolutely. Well, Dazed, do you have any last words?
No, apparently my choice of word wasn't hated. I just to clarify, because I know these conversations can get a little bit heated, and to me that's being brave. So if you don't like my choice of words, I'm sorry. I felt like it was brave coming up and talking about the subjects that we were talking about. But no, I agree with everything Rabbit said. Even if you weren't in the group, it did have a ripple effect, for sure.
Absolutely.
And there were days I felt like just packing my whole channel up and leaving YouTube forever because I didn't want to be here. And, I got talked out of it, and now I'm doing so much better, and I love what I do. And just a little plug. Can I plug my channel?
Yes, plug it, girl.
Tomorrow, I know I am. Tomorrow at 4 p.m. I have karaoke roulette, where you can come over and sing what the wheel chooses. It's a bunch of fun. Get you out of your comfort zone. Lulu, thank you for including me in this, because I think
thank you.
This is refreshing.
Y'all were like I felt more comfortable. I couldn't do this by myself right now. Not yet.
You know what? I'm gonna be real honest. And listen, If you guys like Fizz Crank, please do not feel that I'm putting him down, that I'm saying he's a bad person. If you commit a crime, I think he's older. I think he's like 50. If you commit a crime at, young in your life, you can always be rehabilitated. You can always do that thing. And I'm not saying that society should throw you away, nor should I. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. So please don't take it that way. If I talk about anybody, period, you can agree with me or don't, please do not, if we change within ourselves, if we go in a chat and you hear the creator dogging all over somebody, don't join in. If you don't feel that way, that's how we stop some of these crazy fucking things from going on. But what I'm saying is, why I don't like this Greg as a person, not today. What's up, Mystery? I appreciate you. All right, be safe, run your errand. He's a person that drinks and then becomes, I'm not going to say he's physically abusive, because I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is very, aggressive, abusive, however you want to call it. That's why I don't like the Fizz Crank today. Which is, again, why I take into his past into consideration when I go after him. Now, you guys can all like him or don't. Please do not change how you feel about somebody. Even if I'm talking about Juba. Even if I'm talking about Nicolina. Even if I'm talking about Sis. I'm never going to hold you to account for what fucking chat you're in, because I promise you I don't watch chat. The only chats that I happen to see is if I'm reviewing a video that I've recorded and I'm watching the chat scroll. I know I lost it the other day. I got a little upset about Izzy Pop's comments and Pendar's comments, and I said something in my community post, and maybe I shouldn't have done that. But I'm human too, and but my burdens, what's happened to me, is not for any of you to carry. So try to separate yourself. I think it's easy for us to kind of all want to fight for each other, but you have to remember, my burdens aren't yours to carry, and your burdens aren't mine to carry. We coexist. Many of us don't always get along, but we coexist wonderfully together because collectively, we're about the same. But because we disagreed in the past, we're not very close. That's healthy and good. I see. Yes, that's a fact. I wanted to be in forensics. I wanted to be the doctor that cuts up the dead bodies. I wish I kind of would have done it, but that's why me and Fizz, I don't care for him. But I'm not saying throw him out. I'm not saying, beat all over him because I said he was a kidnapper. Me and Fizz have argued, have not liked each other, but that's only mine to care. So I'm trying to soften my approaches on things. I'm trying to react and lash out in some of the same ways, but I'm not perfect. Yeah. Also a cult leader. I mean, it's one of the things. Love you, J-Dub. Good to see you guys. All right. I think we're just about done. And then I will be back at 7 to stream Constance and Anissa.
Even, this is a lot. Okay, I'm leaving this up for a minute. Fizz Crank says, I'd like to extend an olive branch over to Bird. I apologize for being a butt to you. Aw, that's nice.
Hey,
That's
my olive
nice.
branch is always out. Look, I have no choice but to forgive people. Now, that don't mean I want to buddy up with you. I don't mean I don't think that you're crazy as hell and a horrible person and you probably suck, but olive branch meaning
Hey, Alicia.
I could get along with anybody within reason.
Love you too. Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to say. I don't want apology tours. I don't want,
Yes.
all the boo-hooing and sorries and all of that. It's just,
Honestly, if you want to start it up, I think they're just going to ramble for the rest. So why don't you get it set up if you're ready to go now? And then we'll just go with that. Thank you, little trucker. I appreciate you. Yeah, you got her good, Becky. Get her, Becky. And that's what I'm saying. It has to be in good fun. If you are, listen, did it hurt when my friendships with Nicolina and the Mean Girls ended? Absolutely, because it was very real to me. But now I just laugh. I don't care. It's not. I'm not out to go to war with these people. I just know I don't want to be around someone, and that's okay. Now I will talk some shit. I love a good debate with Nick. I love to fucking troll her, even though I'm blocked. Okay, all right, Mama G. Even though I'm blocked, Nicolina, and that's bullshit because you're not blocked here. And I think it's unfair that I'm blocked in your chat, but you're not blocked in mine, you fucking hypocrite. That's okay. I will live to troll you another day on another troll account.
Just a mutual respect to the degree that everything doesn't have to be such a big deal.
Ari.
I agree. Crazy Chicken Lady, my bun is out of commission right now. You would think I would have had my bun up and ready, but today was
No. Yeah.
I was racing the clock.
She did.
But oh yes, happy Easter, everybody. Lips. But yes, I want to thank everybody. Yes, happy Easter. Y'all, at the end of the day, this stuff is white noise, in my opinion. But I know that it does. I'm not trying to disregard that stuff has affected people in their families, and I don't want that for anybody. Like, I truly don't get enjoyment out of seeing anybody hurt or their families hurt.
Well, get to the point. Like, I'll use you and Nick as an example. I'll use you and Nick as an example. You know that friendship, I want to say you guys made amends twice. I can't remember. But at the end of the day, yeah, we'll stay live till Mama T goes live. We can head over there. Somebody just have to let me know when she goes live. At the end of the day, y'all made amends and then broke back up, I think, and then made amends or something like that. I don't remember exactly how it went. But, you know, closure isn't thing. You're never going to get, when you go to war with somebody, or, you know, figure of speech. Mom, damn it, sounds like free side, she gonna get you. Hey, cracking asses. It gets to a point where it's like, okay, I have exhausted my friendship with that person. I'm gonna leave and walk away, and I think that's healthy. I was actually just talking about Constance the other day. Now listen, Constance came in my chat yesterday. Constance came in my chat the other day and said something to the effect of, you know, she feels really stupid for how she stood up for Jim. And I said, trust me, I feel the same. You know what I'm saying? And if everything wouldn't have happened to us the way it did, we wouldn't be able to appreciate things the way they are now. And that's crazy when you think about it. Again, if I would have never been in the Mean Girls, I never would have met a Nixon. So, yeah, when you look at the totality of all the experiences in your life, everything that you did got you where you are right now. So even though those bad moments hurt or pained you or whatever, use them as lessons to motivate you to do better. And remember that if those bad things wouldn't have happened, you wouldn't have been right here or wherever you are in your life right now. And so be thankful for every moment in your life, especially the bad ones, because the bad ones motivate you and teach you more than the good ones as well. If everything was roses, we wouldn't know shit. We'd be darned a fucking box of rocks. Or delusional, like some people. I won't throw a name in there, but it starts with an R and ends with an Abbott.
That doesn't sound fun to me, and it doesn't make anybody a better person, and it doesn't make that, I don't feel it would make that person feel good by hurting someone intentionally.
No.
So I just want to leave y'all with that. I hope some amends might have been made, even if not like the start. Maybe the start is there. But I also want to thank Sippin and Forrest for the Cash App. I appreciate that so very much. $10 Cash App. And also Traders, thank you for the Cash App. Yes, she said she's streaming me, and I'm totally fine with that. But y'all just go easy on me. It's my first live, so
I
there's
did.
that. Okay, Yes, I'm gonna let y'all go. You should all be ashamed of yourselves, Christine. We are always ashamed of ourselves, so that's what keeps me
Always.
going. Always.
I'm gonna crowd surf so you can close out. Here I go. Catch me.
Okay.
I know all my haters want me to fall, but those
Jump,
of you that
jump,
like me,
jump.
catch me.
Trust
Here I go.
fall,
Woo!
trust fall, free falling. Damn. And now it's just me. All right, y'all. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Oh, my Scentsy link. I'll put it in the comments, y'all.
Put your Scentsy link in the comments. If you guys like Scentsy, which I'm pretty sure those are like milk, let me drop her link one more time. Thank you, Lulu. Thank you, Lulu, for letting us stream. We got Lulu at 300. Let me see what we got. Red Soda. Can I get a drum roll, please? 308. 308 people. 308. Yes, Lulu, I promise. Like I said, I've learned. Now listen, I love to fight. I do. I absolutely do. There may be a day where I fucking stream Mama T because I'm like, I really need to watch this. Or I have a different perspective and I want people to see it. But it's how we do it. I'm not going to go to war with Mama T. I'm not going to go to war with Ernie or Benny or Nick. Well, maybe. Because she's at least fun to fight with. But it's really our approach. And I think our approach has changed. Thank you, cracking asses. Yeah, and this is going to stream easily. Yes, and 3 10s. Yes, please make sure. I think to be able to get her a view, you got to watch it for about 3 minutes. So if you just turn it on, let it play for a few minutes, while even if you're off doing something else, it does help. It does help these creators. I know the rise of a channel is very slow, but I feel like once you hit 500, it just kind of goes from there. I remember when I first started getting it going. I didn't start going live right away. I did a lot of videos, so it was easy to people to share my videos. It was a lot easier. But our approach, yeah, she is. Listen, I'll fight with Nicolene every day. But even with her, it's just my approach is different about so many things. I see everything differently now. Things don't mean much to me the way they did before, and feelings aren't in the way of decisions. And I think, no, it doesn't. It doesn't. Let's protect your. I needed modules. Yes, I agree, and that's kind of where I'm trying to go and stay. I would, yay, Lady Boom, did good. Yeah, nobody is. Not that I know of, anyway. Oops, you got timed out as an accident. Totally accident on purpose. Oops, somebody had a trigger finger. I love it. I fucking love it. All right, how much longer we got, Mama T? I love it. I fucking love it. I swear to God. I just said this the other day, and I was like, oh my God, this is why I love it here. So when I was growing up, my dad was always in the mental hospital. And we used to have to go see him a lot. And I was like, this is why I feel so comfortable here. The only time they were actually going to take me back, my mom talked them out of it. Thank God I didn't have to stay, although they do have places. And I do. Okay. All right, Mama T, set it up, and we will head on over. I appreciate you all. I will be back at 7 to stream constant. So I'll see you guys in a couple hours. If I don't see you over at Mama T, oh, honey bunny, oops. Oh. I want something that's totally unobtainable for me, but it doesn't mean I have to stop trying to get there. Yep. Shit. At 7. At 7, I will be back. All right. See you guys later. Bye, Marcia. See you all later. I will see you. Oh, you're welcome. I will see you all very soon. Like I said, I'll be back at 7 to stream Constance. And it'll be interesting. It'll be Anissa and Constance having their first conversation since we met. You have a good night too, wishful thinking. So I don't know, and this has been spicy lately. I'm a little afraid for Constance. And this is spicy as hell. Y'all think. Oh, let me pull up the poll before we go. Listen, everybody thought Traders was more innocent than Anissa. She told me, she said, if you don't tell them, you better tell me who voted for you because I'm going on the warpath. She said, I'm going on the warpath. She said, you better tell them to vote me. I said, no, that's not how it goes. I don't know how to work this stupid thing. Damn, I don't even know how to get my fucking sleep. If YouTube and Google will not stop us, Google just changed its layout, and I'm all confused on how to work it. Oh, here's your channel. I don't like it. I don't like changing it all. Okay. The final poll result. Who is more innocent? Boom! 69%. People said traitors. Traitors is the innocent one. No, Anissa was so triggered last night. So triggered. No, I don't think Spectral Tiger. Spectral Tiger is Spectral Whisper. It came back as Spectral Tiger. All right, y'all. I will see you probably in Mama T chat. Then I'll see you at least at 7. Bye.